discovered by you.
It's your boy.
I'm a pro. Can I make my walking go start talking?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Forza Motorsport 7! Huge explosion that I'm probably not going to edit in, but just imagine in your head, whatever. Now, real quick, just want to say apologies for not uploading last Friday. I was pretty much busy the whole day, and then overnight, I was actually pretty much over the last 2-3 days, I've non-stop been playing this game, trying to progress through it. As you guys can see, if I just go to buy a car, I now have $3.2 million. I am in tier 5, not the highest level, but what can you do? I'm pretty much almost done with this career thing. I'm on the Masters at the moment. Pretty much just gonna finish this last one, which I'm probably just gonna continue with today in this video. So, I mean, without further ado, let's just get into this game. Now, as I said, I've already been playing this game a little bit, but yeah, just go with it. I'll see you guys in the race, where I will be explaining a few more things, of course. Can't just, like, stick it to nothing, right? Actually, wait, real quick, I do want to mention, I was correct when it came to this kind of thing. Like, in the loading screen, you can go into the upgrades, the tuning. You can't paint your car, but you can upgrade it and tune it. Even online, you can do it. This homologate thing, it's pretty much... it sets it to the restriction bar for each class. Because each thing like this, like sport luxury, like if I go to upgrade car, and I go to the upgrade shop, you can see that if I try and put in an engine bit, you can see that on the left, it says restriction, and on the right it says new. So I can't go over 600 horsepower, and also over A-class 650 with 315s on any like front or rear. Honestly, I quite enjoy that feature, the new restrictions kind of thing. It does make it a little more fun. And that's pretty much what the homologate thing, or whatever, however way you say it, does. It pretty much just brings it up to that restriction. So, yeah, that's what it means by this. By now, yep, there we go, loading into the race. Now, remember, this game is still... actually, by the time you guys get this video, I think it would be released worldwide. But it's still like the very early version of the game. There are a lot of glitches thus far. I've had a race with an invisible car. Now I've had gamer tags on other cars that don't show up and that kind of shit. And like taillights pretty much going yellow instead of breaking red, you know? Kind of like that kind of stuff. It's a little glitchy. I don't know, I've been just trying to get through this game as quick as possible. Just so I can have like a lot of money and then have all the time in the world to like upgrade cars, build them and whatnot. Pretty much I'm in tier 5, which is the highest tier. Didn't take that long, I guess. You kind of just, whenever you level up, as long as you just get the car, it will build up quickly. And if you do the showcases and whatnot, you know, that kind of shit, makes it a whole heap easier. And I mean, over time, like, you start off getting like a $80,000 discount for the cars, but once you go up the tiers, it start going to 100,000, then 130, then 150,000 discount. So like cars becoming pretty much really cheap. I think right now I could probably get an R33 for like 50 grand, if that, maybe less. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been having a lot of fun on this game. Oh god. Zerosion and I are planning to do a whole heap of videos this week, so stay tuned to all of those, because... well, I mean, they're gonna be fun. New game, new things. We're still testing things out, obviously. We're not 100% there yet. Still figuring out, like, the little tweaks of tuning that we need to do to make the cars perfect in this game. Still trying to figure out what cars are really good for drifting, what cars aren't that good. I think the next video you guys are gonna be getting, like, a sound kind of test video on the NSX. I'm quite excited for that, because, well, in the last game, that thing sounded pretty cool, with the VTEC kicking in and all that. I am so sorry. But, yeah, like, I'm hoping the VTEC noise doesn't go away, and on Zerosion's channel, be expecting an R34 sound test kind of video, where it's like he tests his stock and then maxes it out and, you know, that kind of shit. So, be excited for those, hopefully. I mean, if they turn out well, they'll turn out well, but if they don't, they don't. What can you do? But for the rest of this week, you guys are going to be getting a total of 10 videos, we're hoping, for this week. Which is a lot, especially for two guys that don't actually do this for a living. But, you know, we're going to try our best. Obviously have fun whilst we're doing it, or else, well, if they're not fun, what's the point of doing it? You know, that kind of shit. But yeah, as I was saying, this game is a bit glitchy here and there. I know definitely if I had the Xbox One X, this game would look a whole heap better and it would run a whole lot smoother, sorry. But at the moment, like whenever I try and go into my cars, it starts chopping up a bit, like getting a bit of laggy, dropping frames, that kind of shit. It does that whenever I go to my cars, but like after a bit, like after a minute or two, or after about 30 seconds, 40 seconds, it starts running a bit smoother and smoother. But until that point, it's like really laggy. But pretty much, I start off this game with the Open Wheel Legends. I'm pretty sure I just whistled there on accident. I don't know, I'm probably not going to be able to do that again. I start off with the Open Wheel Legends with the intentions of, well, having a higher up car. Meaning a higher, like I would go up a tier higher, maybe. Because like, you know, it's a higher tier car, meaning you're going to get more points out of it. That's why I didn't start off with like the hot hatches or like the sports cars, like the Rise of the Supercar one that you see other people doing. I start off with Open Wheel Legends. And I've been able to use that same car a few more times, I guess. I mean, there is a showcase later in that allows you to pick up another one of those Open Wheel Legend vehicles. I think it's the Brahim, something like that. Pretty sure it's the Brahim. But I start off with the Honda Open Wheel car. Honestly, amazing car. Really good. I would recommend it for anyone starting out in this game. Like, press that one. If you guys are, obviously, if you're used to like the Forza physics and that kind of shit, like obviously, because if you're new to the game, new to the series, it's not going to be that easy on you. It's probably best that you go for the hot hatches. But if for those experienced ones who had Forza 5, 6, and now 7, Horizon 2, 3, that kind of shit, you know, like Forza 6 to Forza Horizon 3, if you had either of those, start off with the Open Wheel Legends. Trust me, if you're good on those games, you'll do great on this game. But at the moment, right now, I'm just trying to complete this career mode thing. I got through a lot of it yesterday or pretty much yesterday, all the cousins came over because it was my little brother's communion. And like we had the party after and whatnot. Cousins came over, me and Practical Dave pretty much just chilled in this room for ages, talking about a whole heap of shit. And I got through pretty much an entire thing just by talking and like not realizing what I was doing. Shout out to Practical Dave, by the way. If you guys haven't seen him yet, please go check him out. He did, I gotta thank him a lot for the convos that the conversation that we had on yesterday. Well, this is being uploaded or recorded on a Sunday, so it's Saturday, so I'm just gonna say on Saturday. Thank you with that. It definitely did help a lot, more than you'd probably think. I don't know. It's weird, just with the situations going on, like, it was good to talk about it in real life, not just on, like, Skype or some shit like that. So shout out to Practical Dave. Go check him out if you haven't already. I'll leave a link in the description. Go check him out. I don't know. I mean, I don't see an issue. If you guys don't like him, you don't need to watch him. If you guys love him, you might. I don't know. He pretty much does basketball and gardening. Personally, I find his gardening videos interesting because I know nothing about gardening. That and his basketball ones are pretty interesting, though I'm not really the biggest fan of basketball. I will play it just for fun, but I'm never gonna like watch games and that kind of stuff. That's just not how I roll. That sounded really, really stupid, but whatever. So, I mean, that was pretty much, I guess that's the first impressions. I mean, I've already gotten used to the game, clearly, if you guys saw by the driving there. Hopefully, if the driving wasn't too bad, you guys could see that I'm already used to this game. I mean, judging by the amount of cash I have, you can imagine how used to the game I am by this point. Another quick thing, for those who want to get really quick up in cash, pretty much at the start of the game, you start off, like, if you bought the VIP, you start off with these, let me just get this R33, like, you see, like, that was $150,000 off of the car. Yes, the R34, the R33 cost over $200,000, and that sucks a lot. Yeah, the R34 cost $210,000 in this game, which sucks. Collection tier, that's gone up, that's lovely. So these end up changing, I think. Yep, there we go. Now I've got a discount of $200,000. But the top collection thing is like tier 5, that's the maximum of amount, like the rarity of cars. Real quick, just want to get into something. For those who want to get cash really, really fast, I reckon, because at the start of the game, if you have the VIP, they give you 5 of these to use. These VIP rewards, which give you 100% extra credits. What I recommend to do, like it takes no longer than about 40 minutes max. You go to race setup, you come to Daytona, you press X to change the track layout to this one. You change laps to 50. Obviously, if you guys want to do this legitimately, this is probably the best way to do it. And then, well, leave that, then change this to NASCAR. Hold on. NASCAR, there. Now, it will say rules changed, okay. Select car, you use the NASCAR for this. NASCAR's generally cost, what, 200,000? Oh, not that much, 175,000. At the start of the game, you end up with 100 grand anyway. Like, just pretty much finish the first series and you'll be good for this. But I've only done it with 2 because I accidentally used up, like, 3 of the 5. So, at the moment, like, if you press mods, you can put 1 down, then press 2 down. And normally you'd put a 3rd one down, but I don't have a 3rd one. So, do that. I mean, I earned $300,000 just by using 2, so I can imagine how much you can earn by using 3, which is an extra 300% on how much you're getting basic. As for assists, these are the assists I'm running. Suggested line. I mean, you don't really need this, but I don't think it gives you much extra anyway. I don't think assists actually do anything anymore. Tuning and all this doesn't really matter, honestly. I'm not actually in the car at the moment, but yeah, I mean, that kind of shit doesn't do much. I recommend Pro. Because unbeatable, it's kind of unfair, and, well, these are meant to be off, but okay. Pretty much with unbeatable, it's a little more unfair, because you have a whole, like, a group of cars that are really, really slow, and then you have, like, 2 or 3 cars that are, like, ages away that you can never catch up to. At least with Pro, it's a little more balanced. Pro don't actually go that far. As long as you stick to the inside, you catch up through the corners. And then on the straightaways, you kind of just slipstream off them and then continue doing that, and you'll overtake them in like a few corners. I mean, keep in mind there's like 3 corners in like a whole track, so I don't know. That's just what I do. I mean, it doesn't take that long, 40 minutes maximum. I'm saying that now. And I mean, if you really want, you can do like Spotify on Xbox and like actually listen to music and whatnot. So I don't know. That's just what I recommend for those that want to get cash. Like, you know, you can go on Spotify, play your favorite playlist, and just listen to music and just keep going in a circle. I mean, before you know it, you're going to be done. You're going to have over $300,000 just from one race. And I think you level up 4 or 5 times, maybe. So, I mean, that's what I recommend. If you guys want to do it, go ahead. If you don't bother, whatever. Just do the game with the series and all that. But, yeah, that's pretty much all for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you guys didn't like it, hit the dislike button. Subscribe if you are new. Check out the other members check out the other members of Evolution Squad if you haven't already. Go check out Practical Dave if you haven't already as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all from me, and peace out.